Hi guys and welcome to the Euro Car Show. Today I'm driving the brand new Toyota Camry. This is a hybrid. This is a first on the European market because the Camry used to be an American only car. And now it's in Europe. So starting with this good news, I say let's see what this car is all about. So, starting with design, well, a Camry, I don't really have like a previous car I could compare it to because this is new. So, should I compare it to the Avensis? Not really, although it's basically the same length and it's the same idea of a car. It's supposed to be a mid-size sedan with loads of space in the back and so forth. So, yeah, let's say this is a new Avensis, which it's not, but let's say it is. What has happened design-wise? I find this car pretty good looking. From the front, it's well, very Toyota, and I don't mind it. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna say this car looks sporty or anything like that, but it looks good. It looks slick. It looks a bit more aggressive than previous generations. But I find the back to be very attractive. I just miss the fact that it doesn't have like a dual exhaust and just like a single outlet, and you know, it's sad because it kind of ruins the symmetry you'd get in a car when it just has like one exhaust on one side. Why? I mean, yeah, I understand it doesn't really need to, but still, it would be nice to have a kind of symmetry in the back. Makes it look more sporty, yes. I like the color on this one, I like the spec, the 18-inch wheels, all that. It really mixes up and offers you a pretty nice package overall, visual package I mean, which sounds really dirty, but it's not. So as far as the exterior goes, I like it, but what about the interior? Well, design-wise, I think it's not bad at all. It's pretty minimalistic. I think looks-wise, it's pretty interesting. It's very simple, it's very basic. You get all that you need in the right spots, you know, so ergonomy-wise, it's pretty good. But it's not special, no. You know, this is supposed to be like a Lexus ES, but without all the Lexus bits, so it's gonna be less show-offy on the inside. The materials are maybe not as good, but overall I think it's a decent interior design for a car in this segment. As I was saying, the materials are not as luxurious as in the Lexus, but that doesn't mean bad quality. You have a lot of soft touch materials everywhere, which I like. You also do get some plastic in the center console and stuff like that, which is normal. This is not a 50 to 60,000 euros car. This is more a 35 to 40,000 euro car. So, you know, it's not that bad. And the seats are really fucking awesome. I mean, really, really great. Not curse words. I'm sorry. Being back to the subject, yes, the seats are very comfortable, and overall the car is a very comfortable ride. You literally get tons and tons of space in the front, in the back. I mean, you can see behind me in my own personal sitting position, which is not really close to the steering wheel. I drive normally, I guess, and I have loads of space behind myself to sit and be comfortable on a longer journey. So yes, space-wise, this car really rocks. And I think that might be his best selling point, because this car is very, very spacious. Like, if you compare it to a 5 Series or like, I don't know, like a Renault Talisman or a Volkswagen Passat or all those cars, I do think, or at least it feels more spacious in the back. It feels as spacious as a Skoda Superb, which is a great fit because, you know, the Superb is like the ultimate space machine. Now, before moving on to gadgets and all those techy features you get in the new Camry, I say, what about trunk space? Well, it's big. It's over 500 liters. It's very, very spacious. You get loads of space. You get the point. It's a spacious car. You get a big trunk. Even though it's a hybrid, it's a big trunk. Now, techy features on the inside. Yes, you get heated seats. You get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay and you know, all those stuff. You get GPS and Bluetooth and the wireless charging port thingy for your phone. So, you know, you get all those stuff at a very convenient price. And like every Toyota nowadays, you get the safety features such as blind spot monitoring, the adaptive cruise control and lane assist and all those stuff. You get them as standard, which is a nice thing to have on a car. As I usually say, you know, I don't like paying for this stuff, but if I get them for free, I'll take them. Especially the braking thingy, like if you approach a car too fast or you just don't notice because you're busy on your phone, which you should not be, but if it happens to be, it will alert you, and that's pretty useful, I guess, if you're not alert when you drive, which you shouldn't be. Don't be, you know, be focused when you drive. So yes, this car gets all the creatures of comfort, and it makes for a great daily. Yes, it does. It's not a surprise, it's a Camry. And for those interested in we're in the European market, but let's be honest, we all look at Americans and want to see what they do. And this car is one of their best sellers, and it sells really well. It has a good reputation for being a solid car, and I can see why. Now, especially here in traffic, when I drive this car, it's just very easy. Everything is easy, everything is there. You get all the stuff you need. You're well insulated, you don't get that much noise on the inside, although you get more noise than in the Lexus. That comes without saying, but still, it's a very, very attractive option at a lower price. But back to the review, specs wise. What about specs? Because, you know, those matter. This car comes with the same powertrain as the RAV4, the new one I reviewed a few months back. You get a 2.5 inline-4 petrol engine with like an electric motor and battery assists and all that, for a combined output of 218 horses. It's a front-wheel drive. It's very good. Honestly, it pulls way better than previous models with this new generation powertrain going on. It really pulls well. It drives nicely. And what about performance? I think 0 to 100 kilometers per hour will take you around 8 seconds. And well, I mean, you get a top speed of somewhere around 180, 200 kilometers an hour, because it's limited in eco car friendly hybrid, blah blah blah. I understand that it's not a car for cruising at 200 kilometers an hour on the autobahn, but I mean, you could do it. It could do it. I'm sure it could, but just Toyota doesn't want you to do it, so you can't. But the most attractive part of this car is its fuel consumption, because it's a hybrid. And during my test, I got a combined fuel consumption of around 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is to me a very good fuel consumption. There were trips I was getting maybe 5.5 or even lower. There were trips I was getting maybe 7, you know, especially in the morning when it's like really cold outside, it needs to warm up, and then you drive it pretty not economically because you're in a rush. I was getting somewhere around 7-ish, 7.5. That was the worst I got. But overall, my mixed average, my combined fuel consumption was 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is a very good consumption. I did highway as well. I did a lot of highway, I did a lot of city driving, so I tried to get a real combined consumption, which to me is a good one. So yeah, now the specs we're done with. So I say, what was my own personal experience behind the wheel of this car? And that's a good question, which you might have asked. I hope. If not, well, I'm just gonna tell you. This was a good experience. As I was saying, this makes for a good daily driver. Very relaxing to drive, very comfortable. I cannot stress this enough. It's a very comfortable car, very economical. It looks okay. I mean, what else do you want from a daily? Like, I don't like small cars, and people tend to, you know, prefer hatchbacks like for a daily driver, especially in crowded city. I really like my sedans and my estate cars. I'm not a big fan of SUVs either. I will take one if I have to, but I'm not a huge fan. So this car to me is perfect because it's big enough for me to, you know, sit comfortably, but still be able to fit a few of my friends in the back, which is really nice, you know. And, you know, it just makes for a good daily. It just really makes for a good daily. That being said, I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to say about the new Camry. So is it a good car? Yes. Is it any better than the previous generation? I don't know. I have no idea. But is it better than the Avensis? I think it is. I think the interior is better. I think the design is as good looking, if not more good looking. So overall, I'm really happy with this new Toyota Camry. and I wonder if it will do good on the European market. We do have a lot of options. There's many sedans you can buy at this price range, which I haven't mentioned, but see, this car in Belgium starts at 36,000 euros, VAT included, and the premium will cost you 41,000 euros. That means with all the options I mentioned and more. So that's not cheap, but that's not expensive either. I think it's right there with the Renault Talisman, which I reviewed. And if I had to pick a car, honestly, I would not pick the Renault. I would pick the Toyota like any day of the week, especially for the materials used on the inside and the way it drives and the engine and, you know, everything. Now you know the price, you know the facts and figures and even my own subjective, you know, peace of mind on the car. So what's your take on it? What's your opinion? Have you driven it? Have you seen it? Do you like it? Don't you like it? You know, just tell me in the comments, because that's what the comments are made for, I guess. And if you have any more questions, just shoot them at me. I'm waiting. I'm all prepared for your questions, I hope, and I'll do my best to reply as soon as possible. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot in, you know, getting cars and you know, continuing this project, which we really love. Because I'm doing this with my girlfriend, you might know it or not by now, and it's just like a passion project. It's a hobby, and it's not always easy to get all these cars and like convince manufacturers that you're gonna try and do a decent job with the product they put out. So for all these, please consider subscribing, and if you do so, I'll see you for the next video, which will be probably the Camry in French, because yes, we do English and French reviews, and you can not see me anymore. Fuck. Well, we do those in like, it's a bilingual channel, so yeah. I'll see you in 2 videos in English again, and like next video will be in French. Ciao.